Hey guys, me like Big Boom here, and welcome to Unturned 3.16.2.0. This week's update added an array of features to the game, as well as some new placeable objects and some performance improvements. To start, there was a new change to the server screen. Well, in regards to actually finding a server, it's still the same, but just before you are about to enter into a server, you can click on it to learn more about that server. I just clicked on the server Rect number 3, 100% vanilla, no kits, no BS, and you'll notice that it is, in fact, no BS. It doesn't have any Rocket plugins or any of that bullcrap, whereas if I click on something like this, you can see that we do have Rocket plugins here. We have kits and TPA and all that jazz, so at least I know before I click on this server that I do not want to go in that server. I'm definitely going to want to go into something like this. You'll also be able to notice all of the different players that are in the server currently. This guy's been in the server for over an hour. This guy's been in there for 18 seconds. You'll notice that cheats are disabled on this server, very important. Admins cannot abuse, they can't spawn stuff on this server, so that's awesome as well. And also, servers have the power to add their own images here alongside a description of their server. Now, this was just added, so no servers have any details yet, but it's also a very cool way of, servers customizing the way their server looks before players join. So I'm going to get on that after this video. I'm going to do something fancy with my server. I don't know what, but I'm going to figure out something. Heading into the game and taking a look at some of the new additions to the game, a lot of the additions were focused on stuff that you put inside your home to showcase all of your brand new items. We have these plaques to the left, as well as some mannequins to showcase your clothing items. To start, we have these plaques here. These are super cool. I'll put the crafting recipe on the screen right now. It comes in maple, birch, pine, and metal. The metal, of course, can only be accessed by you and the people in your group. Now, I've put a bunch of fish in these because they just look like they're meant to have fish in them. Come on, but you'll notice that the fish are kind of oriented incorrectly. I just stabbed them in my plaque sideways. That's not how they're meant to go. And that's why Nelson added the ability to rotate your little fishies so that you can orient them correctly and show people how good you are at fishing and all your fancy catches, like my goldfish. That's a prized fish right there. That's worth a lot of money. I gotta showcase that on my plaque. Now, it doesn't have to be just fish. You can put whatever you want in here, just like weapon rifle racks. And also, that rotation feature isn't restricted to just plaques. You can rotate anything here. So I have my burning Hypertech canned beans here. Normally, it's oriented like this, but I can put it on its side, which I think I prefer a little bit more. Also, over here, I have a katana that's on the wall here. I could have it even sticking out of the wall. Like that. That's a little dangerous right there. Now, over here, in regards to the mannequins, I've put a little friend here that's eating at my kitchen that I made for him, because unfortunately I don't have any friends that I can cook food for, so that's what the mannequins are for. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just to display your clothes and stuff, but at least I have a friend now, so that's good. So eat up, buddy. But over in my closet, I have my prison. There are two different kinds of things that you can display on mannequins. One are actual clothing items that you can take out. I've just swapped the items from that mannequin onto my character, and then took all the clothes that were on my character and put it on the mannequin. Anyway, there are actual clothes on this character. Cosmetics are in this one. So you see we got the boom shirt, the designer jeans, and the glitched aviators here. I can choose to apply cosmetics to it, or I can put what I have equipped. So if I have an equipped item here, so let's say I am holding a white day pack, I can choose to put that white day pack on the back of him, or I can swap the clothes. I can take everything off my character, put it on the mannequin, and take everything on the mannequin and put it on my character. And then there's also taking the clothes simply off of it, just takes everything off of it and puts it in your inventory. Same with this guy. I'll take the clothes, yada yada yada. I now have all the clothes. That's how the mannequins work. It's not the most intuitive UI here. I would have much rather preferred having a storage unit just like this and have to put clothing items in it, but there might have been some sort of limitation in that regard. So this is what we're left with. Overall, I think it's just a cool way of displaying your clothes, maybe giving yourself a friend. We should name this guy. Comment down below your name suggestions, because this guy's going to be a recurring theme. I like this. Now, for my little friend here, I made him a lot of sandwiches, luckily, so he better be a little hungry, because there were a lot of sandwiches that were added in this week's update. Holy mother of God. Eat up, man. Eat up. But for example, we have beef sandwiches. We have minnow sandwiches. By the way, you can make a sandwich of basically every single meat in the game here. I'm just going to go through them really quickly. I'm assuming that all of these are crafted with the cooked version of that meat alongside 2 pieces of bread, but we have cheesesteak sandwiches, we got trout sandwiches, minnow sandwiches, we even have goldfish sandwiches. It's somewhere here. Goldfish sandwich. Yeah, I'm not sure that would be the most tasty thing on planet Earth. Venison sandwich, bass sandwich, beef sandwich. I mean, look at all this. I mean, there are a lot of sandwiches here. For example, the BLT, which is made out of bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and then 2 pieces of bread, brings back... Wow. Okay, just straight up 100%. Wow, that's awesome. I mean, so I was just about to say it is going to require quite a bit to craft these. I mean, 2 pieces of bread, a piece of meat, but once you do actually make this, it's basically just an instant trip to 100% hunger. I am full though, so my little friend here is going to have to eat the rest of that, buddy. Also, I forgot to mention that this is actually a metal mannequin. The crafting recipe for this will be on the screen right now. And then this is a cloth mannequin. This can be destroyed by anybody. It can be accessed by anybody. Anybody can take your clothes off a cloth mannequin. In regards to a metal mannequin, only you or the people in your group can access it, and also it can only be exploded. It can't just be punched to death. Now, in regards to the performance changes, there were some core improvements to the game that just simply will affect your performance positively for hopefully most of the players in the game. I specifically had an increase of 10 FPS, so I mean that's pretty good for me. I don't know if you guys experienced somewhat of an improvement in that regard, but if you are still needing more of a frame rate, you can choose to disable ragdolls completely so that when you go to kill a zombie, they just disappear rather than actually like ragdolling around, which can affect your performance because of physics. And then also you have the option of disabling debris. And to be honest, I don't actually remember what debris is. And now it is there for you to disable in the case of performance, but I don't remember exactly what it does. If I figure it out, I'll put it on the screen right now. But yeah, you can disable that as well for overall just better performance. These tweaks weren't major. Don't expect yourself to go from 15 to 150 FPS, but hopefully you guys at least experience somewhat of an improvement. Some miscellaneous things. Nelson thinks that he may have fixed a potential cause of the storage stuck in busy state. I think we've all experienced that if you've played on a server trying to access storage and it just simply says busy. Hopefully that is fixed. We'll figure it out in the next couple of days. And additionally, options such as hit markers, crosshairs, ballistics, and maps are now available in the gameplay config section and the zombie speed in the zombie section. So back in the main menu, you can click advanced and you'll notice down here in the zombie section that we can uncheck slow movement, which will make the zombies run slightly faster than your normal walking speed, not sprinting, but your just normal walking around speed. That is what is applied, I think, on hard mode, but now it's just an option for you in the advanced settings, and this is also applied for servers in config.json. Down here at the bottom, we have this gameplay section. We have the option of disabling hit markers, crosshairs, and enabling ballistics. Ballistics is bullet drop and all that jazz. Is bullet drop and travel time, so we have the option of disabling that for servers, but I really like bullet drop, so I'm going to keep that on. There's also the option of making chart available regardless of the server difficulty, also showing your group on the map and showing your group on the HUD. There are just a lot more options here. I've now disabled crosshairs and hit markers, so that'll be super cool. Now that I'm actually in here, you'll notice that the gun does not actually have any crosshair here, and when I hit the zombies here, no hit marker pops up. So just lots and lots of more options available to server owners and people that want to customize their Unturned experience. I love that. I'm going to have to apply some of those to my server as well. But anyway, that was pretty much everything that was added in Unturned 3.16.2.0. Aside from those miscellaneous things, there were still some minor fixes and tweaks, and if you guys would like to check those out, as always, I'll put the full update post in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because me like being cool is out.